Hello everyone. Today's lesson is about stages of development. This is one of the very important topic of TLS pedagogy cycle 3. Up to last 3 or 4 exam, there are one or two questions which are coming from the stages of development. They gave you a scenario based question like condition of a student or a condition of a person, and they ask you that according to the Erikson development stages, on which stages this student is or the child is lying. So it is very important. This is an important part of the second part of the TLS pedagogy exam, and one or two questions are continuously coming from this topic. If you will do this topic thoroughly, then I'll also discuss the mock question which are coming from this, or you will be able by yourself after the today's lesson you can answer the question by yourself. So we will start the 8 stages of development. Okay, there are basically 3 elements which you need to study for the development. One is ego identity, ego strength, and conflict. These 3 elements can be studied or can be analyzed or can be judged after the studies of stages development. Okay, first of all, we need to describe what is meant by personality. Basically, personality consists by the different element which should be stable and distinct style of thought, behavior, emotional responses that categorize a person adaptation to surrounding situation. How a person is behaving or how a person is relating with its surrounding, how it is taking positive, how it is taking negative, and why it happened. Basically, it all happened because of this psychological development which we are going to discuss today. So if you can see on the screen, there are 8 stages. Okay, there are 8 stages, and every stage associated with some time period or with some age. First of all is stage 1, trust and versus mistrust. Stage 2, autonomy versus shame. Then initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority. Then identity versus role confusion. Then stage 6, intimacy versus isolation. Stage 7, generativity versus stagnation. And stage 8 is the last, is integrity versus despair. All these different stages are associated with some age group. Like for example, I will describe the stage 1. So let's start with the stage 1. Stage 1 is the trust versus mistrust. Its age group is from birth to 18 months. You need to remember the name of the stages, number of stages, and associated age group with the stages, because in exam they will ask you about the age group and associated stage with the age group. Like for example, they are going to ask you that a child is 15-year-old, so at what development stage it is. So the question came like this, or the scenario based, but you remember the number of stages, name of stages, and associated ages. So first is the trust versus mistrust. The age gap is from birth to 16 months. From birth to 18 months, a child learns to trust or mistrust. It depends upon its relationship with its parents and the people with whom a child is utilizing its time. So in this age, the child learn that can I trust the world or not. And the key event is feeding. If a child is properly feeding, properly nursing, then he develop the trust. Or if a child is not properly feeding, he's not getting his basic need on time or basic things on time, then the property of mistrust develop in the mind. Okay. The stage 2 comes from the age month of 18 months to 3 years. Okay, 18 months to 3 years, a child develop the thought of autonomy or the shame. If a child is getting good relationship with the parents, good relationship with the siblings, good relationship with the other people at the home, he is getting fulfill his basic need, he is getting all the attention, then he got autonomy. Or if there are deficiency in all these needs, then in the result there came shame or doubt. A child does not get the self-confidence. Okay, so what is the key event is toilet training. If a child get the toilet training up to 3 years, that means he get the ability of the autonomy. Okay, autonomy versus shame, you can also say that doing things of themselves, then he got the secure and confidence. And if he is overprotected, ridiculous parents or ridiculous behavior or improper behavior, then he get the self-doubt. The stage 3 is about initiative versus guilt. The age group associated with its 3 years to 6 years, in which a child develop a relationship with the family. If all the things are positive, the relationship is positive, he is learning the positive things, he is getting the positive vibes from his family, from his siblings, or from his other persons of the family, then he will develop a initiative, then he will develop a confidence that he can do initiative in different things, he will be the first to attempt anything. Or if there is any deficiency, then he will develop a guilt. So key event is independence. If the positive things are happening with the child, he will develop initiative property, but if they are not, then the guilt is there. The fourth property is industry versus inferiority, and the age group is from 6 years to 12 years. And in this, a child build the relationship with neighbors, with school, with parents, with peers, with siblings, with the other family members, with the teachers, and all together. If he is getting positive development all through, then the property of industry develop in it. That means that he can imagine his own surrounding. But if there is any lack in between all area, then he will get inferiority, that the child will lose his confidence and he will not feel empowered or confidence. And the key event is school. As you can see in the detail, I have mentioned that children have to cope with new social academic demands. The industry means that they get the sense of competence, and inferiority means there is a weak sense of incapabilities or responsibilities. Then the stage 5 is about identity versus role confusion. The age group is from 12 years to 18 years. In this stage, the relationship development between the teachers, the peers, the friends, the school surrounding, and the home surrounding. So if these things remains positive, the relationship becomes healthy, the things are behaving in the proper way, then it goes to the identity, child gets their own identity. Or if there is any negativity, or if there any lack of behavior, then they get role confusion, they did not get their proper behavior or proper identity. Stage 6 is about intimacy versus isolation. The age group is 19 years to 40 years, a very large age group included in it, in which a child or a person get into the relations, they get to the marriage, they get to the intimacy. That means if things behave, if they are living in a good relation, if they are living in a healthy relation, they get the healthy feedback, then they could lead to the intimacy. But if any negative thing here, if they do not get the positive relation, they do not get the healthy relation, then it leads towards the isolation. Stage 7 is about generativity versus stagnation. The age group is from 40 years to 65 years, in which if the relationship is with the workmates, with the child, with your partner, with the family members, if all the strength are getting, if the care is getting, then he can account his life, then he will get generativity. In this stage, a human develop a rules for his upcoming generation. Or if there is a negativity is there, then it leads to the stagnation. And the key event is parenting. The last stage is integrity versus despair. This stage is associated from behind. If between previous stages a person is developing all positive things, then from all the positive stages it leads to the integrity. He will get the wisdom. A person will have as life assurance, he will be happy, he will have confidence, he will having peace. But if in previous stages there are negativity is there, then it will be leads to the despair. So these are the properties of human development, and all there are different types which are developed, which are related to the different age group, and also related to the different properties. So if you have noted all the lesson thoroughly, just revise it after that, remember all the things, and one or two questions are 100% coming in exam, and you will also witness their question will in the mock exam. Okay, do your preparation. If there is anything you want to ask, just put a comment, and please like and subscribe my channel. It will boost my confidence, and I'll be there for you with the more lessons. Thank you everyone, take care.